All right, in this thrilling video, we're going to talk about using global variables in Python. But first, let me set the scene. All right, so here's a program. I'm going to run it on the right side of the screen. Whenever the internet wakes up, it's going to ask me what my name is. There's my name. It asks me to give a number. I'll type in a number, and then it prints my number with my name there thoughtfully. And just for a refresher, the name and number variable are being asked for right at the beginning. And then there is a function called answer that I'm running. And answer just has one line in it. And in that line, it pulls the variable for name and it pulls the variable for number. Works like a charm, right? But what if I wanted to put these two lines in a function? So I'm going to name the function def question, highlight those two lines, indent them. Okay, so now I've got to call that function. Remember, you write a function, if you want it to work, you got to call it at some point. Don't have it sitting there by the phone. Okay, so now it's going to run the same, right? Let me stop and start it again. What's your name? Rod. Please give me a number. There's a number 5. And then we get an error message. All right, let's take a look at this error message. Remember, our strategy is often to go to the last line first. It says name error. Name is not defined, meaning this variable that I created in this function called name isn't defined as far as the other function is concerned. Why is that, friends? Well, let's discuss. Okay, so when I first created those two variables and they weren't in a function, name and number weren't in any function, so they could be accessed. They were a global variable. They could be accessed anywhere within my program. As soon as I put them inside of a function, they become what's known as local. They are only local to the function that they live in. So they could only work within question. So I could reference name and number inside of my function called question anytime I wanted, but they couldn't be used outside of question. So it's kind of like, when you were first allowed to walk or bike around your neighborhood and you were told, like, okay, but you got to stay on the block. The block is your function. You can only stay local to your neighborhood. You can't cross any streets. You can't go to another neighborhood. In this case, the same is true with these two variables. They can't go to another neighborhood. They are stuck on their block. How do we fix that? Well, we set you free, right? You're old enough now. We're going to make you a global variable. So I'm going to declare that name is global, and I'm going to declare that number is global. You can now cross the street. Here we go. Let's try it out now. I'm going to restart this program. What's my name? My name is Rod. I give you a number. And notice, it wasn't very dramatic for the user, but what happened was now global name and global number were able to be used inside of a completely different function. They're no longer local to the function named question. They can go play in another function. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my neighborhood analogy, and have a great day.